Hi, how you doing? This is Jose David, marriage counselor, and today we're going to be talking about the book Stop Divorce Dead in Its Tracks, Chapter 12, which is More Strategies to Stop Your Divorce. Here are some tips and tricks that have worked over the years in couples that are in crisis. So the first thing is you have to find a way to make an impact on the world of your spouse or partner who has decided to not want to be with you. And so one of those things that you can do, in the book goes into an example, is your wife has looked for support and emotional backup somewhere else. Family, friends, whoever. So a lot of the times what you have to do, and if you can, is try to find a way to destabilize that support, because otherwise they will not come back to you for emotional support or backup. So a lot of times you have to find a roundabout way, and the book gives you a good example of how to do that, by trying to take that person out of context, or find the other person that's given emotional support to your spouse something else to do. So that's a very good tip that you should try to look at, and if it's possible, work on that. Keep a smile on your face. Be happy. It's very important, because even though you're in this crisis, if you put a good appearance, or you put the best attitude up front, it's going to make a difference in how you feel and how people perceive you, and it will not make your spouse confirm how a horrible person you are, or that you're unhappy and that's why she's not happy with you. It will take that out of the equation. So it's very important to smile, be happy, and honestly try to be happy for yourself regardless of the situation. And following this, it's taking everything in stride. Whatever is thrown at you during this time, I know it's going to be hard, or it could be very tough to have a good attitude about it, but whatever they throw your way, try to be ready. Try to, take it and not let it crush you. Expect it, expect whatever is coming, and try to not let it overpower you. I think it's important that, if your spouse or partner is trying to get back at you in some way, and they're trying to hurt you, or they think that this is going to affect you, don't let them see that. Don't let them, accomplish this, mission that they have to hurt you, because they want you to not be happy. And during the book, we've talked a lot about remembering your own uniqueness, remembering who you are as a person, what your identity is, and what you can accomplish. So, in previous chapters, we've given you tips and tricks to how to find yourself again. And this will only make your spouse or partner more attractive to you. Also, a little right is enough right. And what this means is that a lot of times we focus on the negative, on the very tough situations we're in, but also remember the good things. Try to step away from the negativity and focus on the positives that you have in your life, or that you've had in the past. And if your spouse or partner is just focusing on the bad things, once in a while it might be a good idea to remind her of the things that were right in your life when you guys were together. And that will be, and it's going to take time. It's going to take time, but if you're faced with negativity and you bring out positivity, it's eventually going to change the dynamic. But be patient, okay? Pretend like you do not care. That's a good one, because it will give you the capability of, if you don't feel it, at least try to pretend that what's happened is not crushing your life, it's not affecting you as much as it is expected. And this will teach your spouse or partner that, well, maybe he either didn't, he didn't care about me that much, and it will make her or he wonder, what am I doing wrong? Was I doing something wrong? They'll start analyzing themselves instead of focusing on you. So this goes back to, do not beg for acceptance. Begging it's not attractive, and it's not what we want you to do. If you beg somebody into being with you, it's not going to be genuine. It's not going to be in your best interest. Don't try to do nice things and expect things to happen instantaneously. Do not be critical. Accept what's happening. Accept your spouse as he or she is at this moment, as mad as they are. Just try to deal with it and not focus on what are all the things they're doing that are bad. And this goes back to allowing them to have space, not pressuring them. This is very important because, as we've told you, pressuring is not going to help you regain your relationship. And we need to remind you that being jealous, even though you might think is the right thing to do, or that you have the right to do it at this point, it's just going to come across as you being insecure and you not letting your spouse or partner live their lives. And they need that space for them to be able to decide if they want to be with you or not. So stop being controlling too, if you are. Give them space, let them breathe. Invalidating, which means not taking into account the feelings and emotions your spouse has. That will just make things way more difficult for you. Money is a very important point. A lot of times when you become a unit, a family unit, money it's our money. We take care of our own. But if you guys have not been able to talk about money and you feel like you're being wronged, take a stand and defend yourself and defend that you deserve your money, and it shouldn't be that just your spouse or partner gets to spend it. And once in a while this falls back in line. Once in a while you are going to have to set limits and boundaries to your spouse or partner, even though you want them back, so they can see that you still have, you're still a personality that will, say what's right and wrong for you, and you won't let them trample all over you. Nobody wants to be with a pushover, so don't be a pushover. And the rest of the time, try to find peace, stay calm, and be kind if you can, and do not go to the past. The past is not going to bring you any solutions, and it's not good to bring the past over and over again, because it gets tiring for that person to try to get focus on the now when you keep bringing up the past. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.